Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to another Daily Market Report brought to you by Mike Bjork. Today is Friday, so TGIF, everybody, and it's October 14th. So we do got a bit of economic news releases, a couple that are important. So let's stay tuned here. We got starting off with retail sales. We had 0.4% improvement, or I mean, it was at 0.4% last month, and they're expecting an uptick of about 0.8%, and it jumped up to 1.1. So we actually had a pretty good September. This is for September's numbers here, and that was pretty good. And that's what the stock market's kind of looking at today. So they kind of put Europe on hold today. So we'll obviously see that here in the headline news, kind of jumping ahead. But if you take out the autos, August we had a 0.5%, and we figured it would be down a little bit, and it was pretty close to about 0.5%, 0.6%. So just a slight uptick for September when you kind of wipe out the autos, which kind of obscure the numbers here a bit. So to be honest, I mean, these are obviously pretty low numbers, nothing to really get too enthusiastic, but stock market's looking for any bit of optimism here. So they're kind of up a bit today. Import price index, basically we had a negative. It dropped a little bit the previous reporting, and they figured it was going to drop again, and actually it went upwards a little bit. So obviously import prices go up. It doesn't always translate it's going to be more to us, but it could be. You know, it depends on the wholesale side of things. Consumer sentiment, we had a 59.4. They thought it would tick upwards a little bit. And this number is actually pretty disappointing. This is at 57.5. This is a kind of holding the stock market from really rallying because obviously, as we said, if people aren't feeling good about the economy, that perception becomes reality. So people aren't feeling so good right now about the economy. And inventories, basically inventories remain the same. These aren't real big. The big news today is really the retail sales and the consumer sentiment. So those are the two numbers that investors are really kind of watching over right now. So as we know on the headline news, stock market's up. And basically we're just going to jump over to bond market, see how the interest rates are playing out today. As we saw yesterday, we had a reversal in the trend. So we had this downward trend with the bond market going downwards, which means interest rates were rising. And we had an improvement here. So it broke out of that downward trend, and we had an uptick here. So you see this little candlestick, but pulled way back. And then today we had an opening gap to the worsening side. So for a possible rally upwards, it kind of worsened. So we could have a pretty long drop here. I mean, this could be, you know, it could be bond front due to some bad bond news, or it could easily go the opposite direction. So right now, the stock market's kind of playing this out as to it's dictating where things are at. If we get a bull or a bear market, this could easily go either direction at this moment. But right now, interest rates are a little bit worse than where they were yesterday. So stay tuned here and listen to my special promotion here.